Good morning, this is Wayne Bilal with another Smart Profit Maximizing Moment. We're moving into Memorial Day weekend. Wow, it snuck up on me because it's usually later in the month, but the 31st is on Sunday, which means this is the earliest Memorial Day can be, because it's always the last Monday in May. Fantastic. It's summertime, time to get back to normal, get back outside. I'm not going to get into the politics of this thing, but man, we are living in a sea change era. 40 million people are probably going to be unemployed by the end of next week. And, yeah, a lot of those are temporary, but a lot of them aren't going to be. We just stayed shut way too long. And the longer we stayed shut, the more businesses struggled. Now, the ones that are established, the ones that have been able to get PPP loans, the ones that have been able to stay alive as long as we have been able to and to keep going, you're going to have to accept this has been a sea change. This has been a huge awakening. We don't really know how it's going to change business. But what it's going to come down to, in my opinion, is the businesses that stick around and succeed and get through this are going to get back to basics, truthfully. And one of the basics is cash is king. Cash has always been king. Cash will always be king. Now, we're going to have to change the way we do business, I think. I think we're going to have to, and that's why I'm a little worried. People ask me what I think. Well, yeah, the PPP program getting opened up again, getting people back to work. But I don't think individuals and businesses are going to spend the way we did back in January and February. When things were going really good, it was, loosey-goosey. Everybody could throw a $10 bill up in the air and it turned into 100. Economy was doing fantastic. Basics, you can slide on a few things. Now, in truth, we're not there anymore. And I don't think we're going to be there. Individuals that have been laid off who go back to work, or when their unemployment finally runs out, whichever it is, will finally decide, a good percentage of them, and this is historic, it happens, a good percentage of them will wake up and realize, better have a cash reserve next time in case this happens again. Better make sure we pay off our bills. Business owners, we need to learn the same lesson. We need to streamline, we need to cut down, we need to run our businesses effectively and efficiently, and we need to make sure we have a cash reserve. We need to make sure that we're doing everything we can to find the cash, and that's what I said today's podcast is going to be about. Podcast. I'm thinking about doing a podcast, but right now today's Facebook Live is going to be about finding and discovering the hidden cash hiding in your business. Look, I've been doing this for a long time. All this white hair, I earned every one of them. and hopefully someday I'll be able to get a haircut. Just about every business owner I've coached, we've gone through this exercise, and I have a couple of, I don't have them in here, but if you go to YouTube, if you find me on YouTube, I post these down in the notes. I have links to some cash courses, one free, one I think is minimal charge, that you can easily pick up. But what we're looking at is cash is king. You run out of cash, you're out of business. You can have a profit on the books on an accrual basis, but if you run out of cash, it's simple as that. So the difference now is to sit down today and start making changes in your business. The earlier you change, the more likely you are to survive, because you don't throw 40 million people in unemployment and not have it affect every single business out there, all right? Increase sales. Sounds logical, but it's not done. I can't tell you how many times, like I said, I sit down with just about every business owner I have, and they forget the number one place they can increase sales, and that's increasing sales to their current customers. If the business owner works on nothing else, they should work on the following system. 1, improving your systems to increase your lead conversion rate. Your goal is to turn more of your customer contacts into sales. Pick up the phone, call your customers, find out what problems they're running into, figure out how you can help them. Ask them. It's not tricky. Hey, how can I help you? What's your problem? What's going on? And then see if you can provide the solution. Even if a lot of times I meet with people and I don't do bookkeeping anymore, but I help them. Here's your options, including doing it yourself. Let's talk about the pros and cons of each one. If you decide, I want to outsource it, here's who I would recommend, help them solve their problem. Be their professional that helps them. Improve your system to increase the order size by upselling. Create a list of products and services that go together logically and make sure your staff is trained to offer them to every customer. Your job is to get them, once they come in, they decide to buy, try to get them to buy more. Now, that doesn't mean be a used car huckster. That means logically thinking about what it is they came in for, and you're the expert. You may know better than them what they need. One of my clients, BK Medical, does a pretty good job at this. I mean, because they know better. Somebody comes in and, oh my God, my dad had a stroke. I got to take care of him. Well, I don't even know what to do. Well, they do. They've been there. They've done that. So they upsell naturally, but in a way that's helping the customer. That's kind of the key. Everything I'm saying here has to be from the customer standpoint. Improve your systems to increase repeat sales. Develop incentives for customers to shop with you more often. Increase your communications with your customers and let them know about new products and services you have that will solve their problem. Educated customers buy more. Repeat that. Educated customers buy more. Educate your customers. Stay in contact. Do that social media, do that through emails, do that on the phone. Phone, nothing beats the phone. Pick it up. Improve your systems for customer referrals. Ask for referrals from your best customers. There's a book out there called The Referral Engine by John Jantsch, Jantsch. Has great ideas for getting referrals. Increase your prices. Believe it or not, it can be done even in today's economy. Yeah, 40 million people are out of work. 20% of the workforce. 80% aren't. All right? And, you need to, when I say increase your prices, people look at me like, what? I did it. Okay? I told my coach he was crazy for what he wanted me to charge. More than once. He's been right every time. Prices are more elastic on especially services, especially if you're solving a customer demand. Now, can you do that if you're selling a product? Maybe. All right. Here you put in good, better, best. So you have a product that matches what the competitor is advertising, and it's a good product. But then you work with your client, you do the upsell. You work with your customer and you do the upsell. I'm going to use BUK again. They sell lift chairs. They have lift chairs everybody's advertising for $500. But if you're too tall, you weigh too much, they won't work for you. They're not that comfortable. So when they come into the store, they explain all the features. And very often, if they're just getting something that's cheap, they'll take that. All right. But you're dealing with somebody who actually knows their products, the advantages, features, advantages, and benefits. That's key. If you don't know the features and advantages and benefits of your products and services, sit down and write them now. All right. Speed up your collections. It's not a sale till cash is in the bank. You'd be amazed how much it is, especially in today's economy. The people are going to use the excuse that they don't have cash all the time. And the squeaky wheel is going to get paid. You need to be the squeaky wheel. And one way to speed up the sale, the collection, is to take money up front. I need a deposit of da-da-da-da. All right? Control your inventory. Man, don't let your inventory grow. Keep it down as much as you can. It's better to sell today at a 10% discount than 6 months from now at your normal price. It doesn't sell at a 10% discount. It's better to sell at a 25% discount today than your normal price a year from now. All right? If it still doesn't sell it at cost. Reinvest the money into products that are selling for a profit. If you can't sell an item, selling it below cost is better than keeping it on a shelf and throwing it away in a couple of years. And worst case scenario, don't throw it away, donate it. All right? If you can. I mean, inventory, there's a lot of rules on inventory. I'm covering a lot of material here that I cover in a course, when I'm coaching or in an online course. I spend quite a bit of time on each area digging into what you need to do. But inventory, let the customer tell you what you should stock by what they buy. And if they're not buying that item, get the heck off your shelf. Go to grocery stores. Grocery store shelves are, what is chosen and what gets put on a shelf is 100% dictated by the customer. And, it's simple as that. Decrease expenses. A 10% across the board cost-cutting approach really doesn't work. Cutting advertising will probably cut sales too. Not always. All right. So the proper method is to review all expenses line by line and look at ways to eliminate or reduce costs. If you haven't taken a bid for something recently, you're probably spending too much on it. All right. Control your outgoing cash. Ask your customers to supply the raw material. Explore just-in-time inventory options. As a last option, look into floor plan financing of your inventories. Your suppliers have a stake in your survival. Get with them. Make sure you're getting the right price. Make sure you're getting good payment terms. Keep an eye on your margins. I mean, this is a big area for me, and I have a coaching checklist that I use. I'll have to share it with you guys sometime. That has 52 ways to increase gross profits. That's what I'm talking about here. Controlling your cash flow. There's other things to do. I have a client. He's got a credit card that over the years he's built up. He's got a $100,000 line of credit. He takes his payables at the 30-day mark, pays with a credit card to those that don't charge extra for using a credit card, which most people don't do anymore. And then at the end of 30 days, he pays the credit card. So he's taken what used to be 30 days, he had to pay his product, moved it to 60 with no interest cost. All right, I've just touched on the major items I've seen. I got a whole course on cash flow and how to increase cash flow. I think it's like $97, something like that. Go to the YouTube channel. If you're catching me here, just search me on YouTube. And you'll find me, and I post these there every day. I post them here. I click them on LinkedIn. I post them on my blog. I email them out. These go, if you need to find these, I'm pretty easy to find. Hey, until next time, have a great Memorial Day. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you Tuesday. But until then, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.